What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Topic of Discussion. I am your host, Miles Bear. Without further introduction, let's get right into it. So today's topic is titled Preparation Meets Opportunity. Again, preparation meets opportunity. And without further introduction, let's get right into it. So let me tell you guys. So remember, we're taking all these steps in life to prepare our lives for our future, for the things that we want to do, and for opportunities, right? So we're getting prepared for the opportunity that's in front of us, right? So a lot of times in life, as I always mention, we go through different trials and tribulations. We go through losses, we go through hardships, we go through pain, we go through a lot of feelings, you know what I mean? And we go through good times. Like, I always go on this platform and I'm speaking about pain and the things that we go through, because I know it's a lot of people that go through that, but our goal is to get to success. Our goal is to get to happiness. Our goal is to get to joy, right? And the only reason that I speak on pain so much, because when we're happy and we're joyful, we already know what to do there. We're happy. We already got there. So I speak through the hardships, like, you know what I mean? Because when we get to the happiness or get to the joy, we already know what to do. We know how to be happy when we're feeling it. We know when we feel good. We feel good. We pop our collar. We feel good. We're enjoying life. Oh, life is good. I don't need to tell you how to do that. You just living your life. You're happy. But sometimes to get to that point and reach that happiness, sometimes we go through different types of trials and tribulations and some pain, and sometimes it's some hardships. And I like to speak on that because I know that's kind of like the hardest part of the journey, the process. And sometimes the process is the longest and the lengthiest part of the process or the journey in your life to get to where you're going, to reach that joy, to reach that happiness. So therefore, that's why I speak about it, because I'm passionate about us. That's what I'm saying, us, me and you, reaching our joy, reaching our happiness. And if you already reached there, I'm passionate about us staying there. So you guys heard me talk about it before, and we're finding that balance, right? So we're finding that balance, so we ride that steady wave. I don't know if y'all watched that episode. I can't remember the name of that episode, but this is what the example or the analogy that I gave, that is when we go through different things in life, we're trying to find that balance so we can ride a wave. So the lows are not so low, you get what I'm saying? And when we ride that high, we can just stay up here. And when we get down or something happens, we don't go all the way down here trying to get all the way back up here. So when something happens, it's like, damn, we dropped a little bit. It's like, man, we dropped a little bit, but boom. That balance, right? You guys get what I'm saying? So therefore, on those lows, we're not going down to the bottom. We're not going to the roots. We're not going so far deep in our hearts and that pain and that hurt that we're stuck. It's like we're up here. We were just happy. Everything was going good in life, and that pain hit. So therefore, we're finding that balance. So it's like, all right, we drop down a little bit, but let's go right back up. We already got that balance. So when we feel that pain, we already know what to do. We already know what to do. We're keeping that steady balance. We're not dropping so low for pain. And I spoke about that and gave that analogy because I wanted us to find our balance in life. And once you're able to find your balance in life, you're able to understand it now. And what you're able to understand is that regardless of what happens in my life, I found that balance and I found that understanding of who I am to go through all these trials and tribulations and not lose myself, not lose my character when I lose things in life. I lose people, I lose relationships. I lose maybe a relationship with my kid, or I'm struggling with a relationship with my kid. I'm not going to let it break me. I'm just trying to understand the balance, and I'm trying to keep my balance so I don't lose myself through trying to figure out life. So that goes back in a good segue back into my topic, which preparation meets opportunity, because that balance that we're doing, understanding like, all right, we're going through pain, we're going through hardships, we're not going down here again. We find that balance. We might go down a little bit, but it's a wave. So what does a wave do? You get what I'm saying? We're not losing ourselves. We found that balance, and we're preparing ourselves for the different things that are going to come up in life, right? And we're preparing ourselves for the opportunity that's going to be presented. So we're using these hardships, the pain, and everything that we're going through to prepare us for the opportunities that are going to be in front of us in our future. To preparing us for the opportunities and the people that are ahead of us, right? because we're changing our ways, we're changing our character, we're changing the things that we were doing in our life to become a better person for our future. And you guys heard me say, your past will always be your past. But to get to your future, you can't skip over this version of yourself here. And everybody likes to go from their past, like, oh, I was dealing with that in my past. I hate this version of myself now, and I want to go to my future. You cannot go through your future without going through this version of yourself. This may not be the best version of yourself, but this is the version that's going to take you into your future. This may not be the version of you that's in your future, but you have to change this version of you to get the best version of you for your future. Let the past be the past. Forgive your past so you can accept who you are now. Once you accept who you are now, you can start taking the steps that you need to go to that next chapter in your life. But you can never get there if you don't accept where you are right now in your life. You're not settling. Like I was just saying, you're not settling, but you're accepting where you are so you can move on. And once you're able to move on and accept where you are now, you're preparing yourself for the opportunity that's going to be presented once you move on. Right? We're walking our path with God. We're trying to understand, God, what do you want from me? What do you want? What is my purpose? What do you want from me out of life? Like, just show me, and that's what I'm going to do. Just show me what you want me to do with my life, and that is what I'm going to do. I give my life to you, God. Whatever path that you want me to take, I know that I'm sinning. I know I'm not perfect. I know that I'm still doing the things that I shouldn't be doing, but I'm making a conscious effort to do better. And every day I'm going to continue to do better until I do better. When I know better, I do better. When I know better, I do better. So I'm going to change my habits. I'm going to change my ways because I want to go down this path with God. So I'm preparing myself for the opportunity that's already presented, that's already going to be presented down my path when I keep on walking down this path. God already has the path for us in our life, right? So we're preparing for the opportunities, I'm going to put an S on the end, that's down our path once we start walking that path with God. So right now we're in the preparation stage. I'm getting better with my life. I had to understand it now. I understand it now. Do you guys get what I'm saying? I had to go through some things to understand. Don't play with God. Stop playing with yourself. Stop trying to accept people and the negativity that's in your life and bring it forward with you for your future. That's not your future. They don't belong in your future. Stop trying to bring everybody with you. Your purpose is for you. And once you keep on living your purpose and taking your walk with God, everybody that's supposed to be with you is going to be lined up on your path in your life. You're not going to be trying so hard to make this work. You're not going to be trying so hard to make this work because whatever is for you in life is easy. And I'm not saying it's easy as in, oh, it's just going to come to me so naturally, or I'm just going to get in a relationship and the whole relationship is going to be easy. But when things are for you in your life, it's not going to be so difficult. You're not going to be worried so much about if this is the right thing, because the feeling that you feel, you're going to know it's right. And you're going to be praying for so long, God, I want to walk your path, and whatever you have for me, this is what I want to do with my life. So I know if I'm walking the path that you have for me, everything down this path, I know it's going to be of you because I'm walking the path that you have given me. And I'm done walking the path that I've been trying to pave a way for years, breaking and destroying myself. So God, whatever path that you have for me, this is the path I'm walking down. And I know everything that comes with me, that comes to me along this path of walking, I know it's for me and I know it's of you. And when I become and I get in doubt, I'm still going to pray to you so you can continue to provide me with guidance along my journey. When I get fearful, when I get scared, when I don't know what to do, when I get lost, when I go through hardships, when I'm experiencing pain, when I'm experiencing relationship problems, when I'm experiencing how to raise my child correctly, or he's getting strayed away from a healthy relationship, like a father and son relationship, or a mother and daughter relationship, a mother and son relationship, and they're getting so lost in the world and they're getting tempted by the world that it's losing our relationship here because they want to be of the world so much. And all my life I've been trying to get them to walk your path with you, God, and God is saying, let go and let me. Let go and let me. Let me. Stop trying to fix your child. Let me fix your child. And you do what you're supposed to do as a parent. You do what you're supposed to do as your parent. And let me do what I do as God. That's what God is telling us. Let me do what I do as God. And stop trying to be God in a world where I already exist. So that's why we just have to walk down this path. And I always say, our walk is by faith and not by sight. Because sometimes if you close your eyes, as I am doing right now, we walk down this path and my eyes are closed right now. I cannot see what's in front of me, but I'm taking steps. I'm taking steps. And the same way my eyes are closed, if I open them, that road still may be as dark as it is when I close my eyes. So it doesn't matter if your eyes are open or your eyes are closed. You're walking blind. And God is saying, have faith that is light on the other side, and have faith that everything that I want you to have in your life, and that's including everything that you need, is down this path. And the only thing that I ask for you, the only thing that I ask from you is to trust me as your God and stop being like the world and be more like me. If you can be more like me, I'm not telling you to be God. I'm not telling you to be perfect, because I know you're going to make mistakes. I know you're still going to sin sometimes. But when you sin now, you're going to feel it. When you sin now, it's going to sit on your conscience. And the more that you walk down this path that I laid for you, the more you do wrong, the more you're going to feel guilt. The more that you do wrong, the more that you're going to feel guilt. So as you continue to walk down this path that I have laid for you, blind, open your eyes or close your eyes, you're going to see the same, because this walk is by faith. So regardless, trust me. I'm guiding each time you step forward. I'm guiding your steps forward. I'm guiding your steps forward. I'm taking things out the road. I'm taking things and paving the way so that you can keep walking towards me. Because I promise you, if you keep walking towards God and towards his path that he has for you on this earth, it leads to heaven. So this whole time I'm talking about walk your path. This path leads you to heaven. And everybody's like, I want to get to heaven. I want to get to heaven. Well, are you walking the path that God has laid for you? Are you trying to be like the world and walk the path that the world has paid for you? Because if you walk the path that the world has paid for you, you're never going to be satisfied, because there's always going to be something missing. You're never going to be comfortable. You're always going to feel like you're missing something, because you're always going to be missing something when you're living like the world. Because the world doesn't have God in it. And I mean that as in the mindsets of the world. So many people lost in this world because they choose not to live under God. So as you move and think like the world, you're going to move and think like the world, and you're not going to have God inside of you. So once you're tempted and trying to walk like the world and move like the world and be happy like the world is trying to be happy without God, and they're never going to reach that happiness. So that's why it doesn't matter how much money they have. Yes, oh, I can do this. Money makes me feel good. Don't ever tell me money can't buy me happiness, because it's buying me happiness. But what you're going to do once you reach everything that you want to do? And then you're stuck with not a good relationship. You've been buying all the girls that you wanted, having sex because you bought all of them. Yes, you were having the baddest girls ever, but you bought all of them. And you say, oh, I ain't buy no girls. I don't buy no escorts. Well, you bought their time by paying for all these sections, buying their dinner, buying to have this girl do this, buying to have this girl do this, buying a yacht to have all these people come on there that you really don't even know, but at the same time, I got the money to do it. Remember, temporary satisfaction is not everlasting joy. Temporary satisfaction is not everlasting joy. But if you walk down that path that God has for you, it's not saying money is not down that path. It's not saying a rich man, a rich woman is not down that path. Because it very much so can be. But at the same time, what's down that path is everlasting joy. And regardless if it's how much money you wanted or not, it's going to be how much money you needed to be happy, to have everlasting joy. And like I was just saying, if we walk down this path that God has for us, on the other side of this path is heaven. So when you really think about it, and somebody asks you, if God gives you a path and tells you to walk, and you know that if you walk down that path for the rest of your life, once you die, that next step is heaven, why would you continue to take the path of the world? Although it can be tempting, although sometimes we can be led by temptation, although all these things of the world, if somebody said, or if God told you, if you take this path I have given you, and sometimes it might be some hardships, it might be some pain involved, but I promise you at the end of this, it's joy and everlasting joy. And you're going to reach that on this earth. And more so, once you're done here on this earth, your next step is into my kingdom. If God told you that, why would you still want to live like the world? Why would you still be caught up in the world? If God told you that, I feel like my whole mindset would change. Like, God, you just telling me, I know I can't see in front of me. I know I can't see, but you're telling me that if I just walk your path, you will guide my steps. You will put everybody that needs to be in my life. And you're telling me that at the end of the path that you have given me is heaven. It's like, how could I not want that? How could I not want that? Why would I not want that for myself? Why would I not want that for my family or just everybody around me? And I know I can't lead everybody. You know what I'm saying? How they say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink it. I know I can lead people to you, but I can't force them to have a relationship with you. But this is my job of trying to lead people to God. And God said, just walk. And as I take these steps, each step is a different thing that I'm doing in life. Oh, I took this step. I got a new opportunity to finally get out this pain and suffering that I was in. I take another step. God used me to make an impact in somebody's life. I took another step. God wanted me to be there for my mother as she goes through some pain. I need you to be here. And I need your strength right now because she's weak. And she's been your strength since you were a baby. So I need you to be her strength right now. I take another step. God says, I just want you to walk right now. And I want you to let go of everything that you're feeling. And I do that. I take another step. God said, I want you to push everybody away. I want you to push everybody away that's around you right now. And if they're meant to be, I'll bring them back into your life. But right now, I need you to focus on me. I take another step. I take another step. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Every step that God is letting me take down his path, I am doing something that's bettering my life. I'm doing something that's bettering my life. And I have a purpose. I have a calling on my life. And you have a calling on your life. And you have a purpose in your life. But if you take the path that God has for you, your purpose is going to make a difference in your life and into your life after this life. Do you want to kill your flesh here on this earth and have your spirit live forever? Or would you rather live through your flesh on this earth and have your spirit die in eternity forever? Think about it. Make the difference in your life. Make the difference in your life. We have a purpose. I need you. God needs you. Make the difference while you still have the opportunity to. Time is ticking and it stops for nobody. Value yourself, value your life, and understand that when your time here up on this earth is up, When your time here on this earth is up, it's up. So don't be disappointed at your life if your time stopped right now. If your time stopped right now, would you be disappointed with your life? Or would you know you were doing everything that you need to do and you were walking God's path for you? So if my time stopped ticking, I know that was God calling me home. Or do you know if your time stops ticking, man, I knew I should have changed my life. Make the change now. Don't wait till it's too late. Topic of discussion, Miles Berry, we out.